Uh,
All right, let's catch up.
Let's
Fucking
do it.
podcast style.
I don't know. I always feel weird about headphones.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
except
fuck
if
that
you
shit,
do.
bro.
Looks like another rainy day. Try to say sober so you'll stay. Then get fucked up so I feel sane. But I manage, yeah, I manage. I don't give.
What do you use when you DJ?
I don't use headphones.
You don't?
No.
What do you have, a wedge?
Yeah, a wedge.
You're
but
gonna
I
be
don't even
deaf
use it. I
in,
just
like,
know
a
the
year.
catalog, like, I just hate. I usually tell them to turn the wedges down because my
Oh, really?
hearing is just so shot. now.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
Why
Talking
don't you
about
get ears?
a few reasons? Yeah, but if you don't have a touring tech, then it's a different tech every night, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass.
No, you just plug them into your
No, I know
headphone jack.
I have a pack. No, I mean a headphone jack, obviously, but I don't like. I'm really in motion when I DJ. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you in this part of the set that I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna jump off that stage at some point. I might
Yeah,
climb
yeah.
a balcony, jump off that too.
Yeah, but you can get a. Oh, you mean like you?
The
But you still
wireless.
wireless, but you can still
Yeah.
plug that wireless. You don't need a tech for that. You can plug it straight into the board.
No, I know that, but that's the problem. I don't like having ears in with this cord in front of me and I'm in motion. Bro, I've had in ears where I just rip the things out.
No, I know. If you have your ears,
Yeah.
because I was a drummer for 100 years,
so-
you have a little pack that's on
Yeah,
the
I
back
got
of your
that.
ass.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can run around wherever the hell you want. There's
Yeah.
no connection. It's wireless
I know
from
this.
that.
I know this, but have you? Okay, so as a drummer, Rob, you've had
Or a guitar player for that matter.
right, but you've had poor techs where if you're on the road, and you don't have a day-to-day sound tech.
Right.
You depend on the house, and a lot of the time, you go to your sound check, you come back, the tech's got it all fucked up, so the sound check's like almost not even worth it, especially in a rap.
Right. I mean, I guess when you plug into your mixer, you're just listening to the music, right? Or do you have? Or does that wedge have the
The wedge has everything.
DJ? I mean, the artist also in it.
Artist, vocal, track, my vocal, and
Oh.
anything I want to queue up. But I know my library for the most part,
Yeah.
so it allows kind of functionality behind the decks. Because especially when you know the music, you already know where the cue is going to be. You have all the shit queued up already. So I've never really found myself using headphones, which is interesting. A lot of DJs are like, bro, how do you do that? Just knowing the library. That's
I
really
mean,
it.
I'm a lot older than you, but when I used to DJ, I used to have to actually like take records and like mix them kind of thing.
No. Trust me, when I started, bro.
Now it's like you look at the
the Serato wave.
Yeah, the Serato wave.
No.
It's like
I came from using decks.
I mean, come
like
on.
real decks.
Paris Hilton was DJing at one point.
Oh, was she? God damn, man.
So wait, so what do you use? What's your setup usually?
So it just depends on the nights and the tour. So I have a DDJ Pioneer controller for the tour. It's just a lot easier traveling and all that stuff, and especially with the tour set, a lot of it is predetermined, so it's not so free.
Mm-hmm.
My set's obviously free, but when it comes to the artist, you can't fuck that up. So I'm using that or the CDJs. I love the CDJs. It took me a while to get onto those. I didn't really like them at first.
What were you using at first?
So I came from Wax.
Oh,
Tech 12s in a rain. Carrying crates. Like when I was
Yeah.
a kid, carrying crates, and I remember I had the Stanton's T62, I think it was at the time, deck, and it was still belt driven. So I remember the belt burning out.
Yep.
Mid set, you gotta fix the belt
Yeah,
quick, put the platter back on, grab the. So you're not that, you're older than me, but come
yeah, because
on,
I
man.
used to use something called a Bozak. You know what that is?
No.
It's fucking well, because I went to the
sounds
rain
crazy.
too for a while, but it's just knobs. There was no crossfaders or any of that. It was just pod 1 and pod 2, same 1500s or 1200s. I mean the
Oh, so you have
techniques.
the decks and then.
It's volume knobs. That's all it was.
Oh shit!
It's
So you'd
straight
have
on.
to zero out the left or the right or whatever
You'd have to do this
Oh wow!
all day long. Yeah, no, it was not fun.
dude.
And then you actually had to you couldn't do Serato days. You can like mess with. I mean, there was
points
times where I had 1200s all the way down on
Yeah.
one, and then all the way up on the to match
Yeah.
them, for beats. But no.
You remember Ryan? I introduced you to Ryan McTaggart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to DJ.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They call him the Great White Hype. I don't know if I should put this out on anywhere.
Out in the
Fuck
world.
it. He'll be mad at me for something else in a few days. But
Are you still working with him or talking? I mean, I'm
But
sure
that's
you
my
guys are
brother.
friends.
I
Yeah.
talk every single day with him.
Is he is 300 managing you
So
or
Ryan managed me. He's currently VP of 300.
300? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a deal with anybody. I want it that way.
You shouldn't. Why at this point?
Why would you? I get why people do it, but for me, it's just it's better when you can have everything in house.
But you're putting out your own music, right?
Yeah, of course.
So then you own it all, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're not getting screwed over like Taylor Swift or whatever,
No,
who
absolutely
everyone's
not.
owning all her
No.
catalog.
And it's better. The only challenge is when you come down to clearing things. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
So when you got a label behind you, you can just call 'em
But are you with ASCAP or CSEC or any of those?
all that.
Yeah, you can usually call those guys to do that.
Yeah, but when
That's
you
what you
talk
pay
about,
for
like,
'em.
clearing features and stuff like that. Good example is the record I did with K-Camp recently. It went crazy on the internet, but Interscope was giving pushback on the clearance. They didn't want to put it on Spotify, which is fine. But that's the only problem. Like, if I was, suited up with Sony or something like that, they'd call me like, yo, we got to do this. Woo, 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 woo.
Right.
But that's the only disadvantage that I really foresee other than, having millions of dollars behind you. But, there's ways to make things work. You got the internet. It's 2020. It's really not that hard to push forward.
Yeah, I mean, I guess having a good manager, lawyer, or something who can call them up and be like, "Hey, we'll give you."
I got all
70%.
that, but it starts to get weird when you're talking about. A lot of it's just relationship based.
Yep.
I wish a lot of kids would realize that. Life is about relationships. Like, if you're not in a strong relationship with somebody, they're not inclined to do nothing for you. Same thing goes with the record industry. If your relationship's not strong somewhere, it's gonna show. It's
Yep.
like a glaring hole. It's like having a sailboat but a hole in the sail. The boat's still gonna move, but not as fast.
Right.
So a lot of it's just relationship based. And I like to handle a lot of my own. I get advised on things, but I like to handle my own things. But when it comes down to documents and stuff like that, obviously that's gonna go to the lawyer.
Right.
But I like communicating with people. It creates a stronger bond with people, and it's more relationship based. I'm a friendly guy, Rob.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you are. So we met. Has it been a year or has it been over a
I feel
year?
like it's been like 2 years, man.
What has it? Because you literally were like, no, not doing anything basically, and then in what? After 2 months after I met you, you were like everything. You went from 0 to 1,000 in literally 2 days.
And ready for 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on right now? I mean, so you went out with who was the first one you went out with?
I'm trying to think when we last spoke. Like
The last time we spoke was you trying to get me to find out if I could get you verified. Was the last
that
time?
happened.
Yeah, I know. Well, I saw that.
Lil Keed. I've been on tour with Lil Keed for pretty much. How long has it been? Baby? Like over a year. Yeah, a year and a half.
Yeah, it was right before then.
Yeah. So we did like the whole United States, Canada. We did the U.S. like 3 times last year, with Gunna, Lil Keed, and then a gang of spot dates.
What kind of venues?
Oh my God, like 4,000 cap, not sheds or like any amphitheaters or anything like that, but like the Fillmore and Novo and stuff like that. Those are the type of capacity.
Yeah, no,
venues.
4,000 is a good number
It's
for
a great
sure.
number,
Hell
man.
yeah.
You can sell that out, you're great.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did that pretty much all year through the winter, to the summer, the spring, and all that. It's been great, man. It's been great, especially bringing those guys back to my hometown in Minnesota. Like, those kids go crazy for that. They're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're with YSL." Like, yeah.
So what's next? I mean, so now you're making music.
Yeah, putting out music. It's been tough being on the road constantly, man.
Do you bring a rig with you?
No.
You don't?
No.
So you...
Because we're in the studio every night. You go to the show, you go to the studio. You don't go to the club. And if you go to the club, you're for sure going to the studio afterward.
Yeah.
So you better be ready to stay up till 5 a.m. and then get on the bus and leave.
You guys are on a full-on bus or a
Bandwagon. Been bandwagon.
like 15-passenger van kind of a thing?
No,
or
no,
those...
no,
what are
no.
those?
It's got like a living room and a restroom and a shower and everything in it. It sleeps 10, I think. It's just smaller than a full tour bus. It's more economic.
Yeah. Well, they're using... What are those Mercedes trucks? What are those things called?
Sprinter van.
Sprinters.
Oh my God, I just did a tour in one of those.
Yeah.
Never again. Bro.
Really?
Trash.
Oh, well, I'm assuming it's just like any bus or anything else. It's all what you rent or who you rent it from, too.
Absolutely.
Because the ones overseas are nice.
Amazing.
Really
the
nice.
double-decker buses,
Yeah.
They're amazing. I can't wait to get that. We're booked in overseas in the UK and all that. We're doing Rolling Loud in Portugal. That should be amazing.
So when do you go back out on the road?
July. For pretty much the rest of the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Into next year. So everybody's just in the studio making records. Keith's making it, finishing up his record. I'm working on a bunch of my records. It's just grind time, man. But that's what like the biggest blessing about working with the YSL people. because they're the least lazy folks you've ever met. Like, Young Thug will sit in the studio every day, all day. All he will do is play Grand Theft Auto and cut records. Like, it's amazing. So being around that nonstop is kind of like instilled that into me. It's just, you got to go. Just make records, go. Especially now, you know, the kids, they don't care about this masterpiece. Like, they just want records, man. So if you can load up the clip and fire that gun, shout out to Ryan for that phrase. You just use it, the bullets are spraying, you know what I mean? So that's the biggest blessing about working with them, is seeing their work ethic. And all of them are like that. Gunna, Keed, Turbo, Wheezy, T-Shine, Strick, all of the YSL, from the management to the artists to the producers, is really just go. Like, these guys are incredible, man. They sleep for like 4 hours a day.
It's crazy that people, like, they do that, because the more famous you get, the lazier it seems like you get.
Yeah, for sure. It's easier to get that way.
Yeah. And it's great to see that they're still, like, you know, that's you know, back in the day, obviously, because I'm 100 years older than you, but Led Zeppelin would go and play at, you know, Palladium or, you know, any of those places, and then go over to Sunset Sound after 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and record right from that. No one does that anymore. It's crazy that you guys will go play a venue till midnight or 2 o'clock, and then once you go from there, then you right to the studio.
Some nights, man, I can remember it's just show. If you're at the studio, you might be at the studio before the show. Once you get to the city, where's the studio? Go to the studio, wherever it is. Then you come back, do the show. You get there like right on time when you're supposed to go on. You get off. You got a meet and greet. You go do that. Then you go right back to the studio. You got an after party. Then you go from the studio after the show to the after party. Once you honor your time there, you leave that after party. You go right back to the studio. It's crazy, man.
So you get to the studio. So when do you guys usually load in? Kind of a situation.
It just depends. Like, probably around like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And then, you know, depending on how long the driver takes, or like the routing and stuff like that, we'll find the studio before the load in, go to the studio. Then we'll eat there, you know, handle our business, and then we'll go to the load in, do the load in, and it's usually pretty fast. Like, you're talking about a rap load in, it's really not that long.
Yeah, no.
You got a DJ and a rapper, like, that's it. And I usually check the line, so it's just like, whoop, whoop, done.
Right.
Then after that, you know, the artists usually stay on the bus. After that, we go right back to the studio. And sometimes the artists will just stay in the studio, so I just go do the solo mission. And then, you know, go to the studio, come back, do the show.
What time's that show usually start?
We usually don't go until like 10 or 11. So you're in the studio for 6
So
hours.
you're the headliner? You're the guy?
The headliner,
okay.
Yeah. And then, you know, you go back to the studio. It's just a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And these kids really don't understand how much work these guys be put in, you know. And I think they do that because I don't think they ever really wanted to be like, they didn't do music to become a superstar. They did music because that's all they did.
Yep.
So, you know, if you come in just doing that and that's all you want to do, you're just going to continue to do it no matter how rich you get or how famous you get. At the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. Like, if that's what you want to do, you're going to do it.
Right.
Same goes with everything else, man.
So July until past Christmas and all that stuff.
So long. Yeah, I won't be sneaking up on my mom to go say hi on Christmas and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Being on the road, you miss a lot of, like, personal things.
Yep. Like what?
Like a lot.
Like taking a good shower.
Tell you.
Trust me, I was on it. Yeah.
Or, you know, eating a good meal.
Yep.
Family time.
Yeah.
Just time with your loved ones in general. Self-time, self-care sometimes falls to the wayside.
Yep. Wash machine and dryer. Being able to do laundry.
Dude, at one point at the end of the tour, it's so hard for me to just hold on to clothes because I'm like, all right, well, the check hit, so let's just throw this shit away, get new shit.
Yeah.
I'm not washing this shit.
That's why most bands go out there wearing the same thing show after show after
t-shirt,
show. Yeah.
Black skinny jeans. Yeah, let me tell you.
They just go to Kmart and get a whole bunch of white T-shirts and just call it a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a win-win situation, you know. Yeah, man. But missing out on family stuff is like the hardest part.
Right.
Because, you know, you miss up on birthdays, you miss up on all that, and by the time you get off, it's like, holy shit, all this happened in 9 months.
Yep.
This so-and-so had this happen here, da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's hard to keep up with all that. You know, even as simple as touring, it is, you know, like, you get so tired, man. You end up sleeping so long because you're working so hard. Then you got the show. Then you got to deal with your social media. You got to deal with the fans, which is incredible, man. Meeting the fans is the best part.
The meet and greets after, you mean?
Meet and greets before, like whenever. Like that's the best part. Even if we're shopping at the mall and they come up, yo, are you doing? That's the best part because you just see their face light up. It's like, oh wow, this really has an impact.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you guys do shows like interviews before sometimes or no?
Yeah, sometimes. It just depends. Because usually we do like the radio runs and stuff like that before the tour starts to get all that lined up.
Oh, prior to that.
Yeah.
And then they're pre-taped basically and then played?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like if we're in like the far East Coast, we'll go do DTLR radios and Villa stuff and, you know, just in stores and things like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just kind of regional based.
Yeah.
Just depends on what's going on in the area.
And so after the tour next year, what's next? What do you want to be when you grow up?
What do I want to be? You know, it's crazy. I'm 24. I'm about to be 25.
So,
I feel like I'm fully fucking grown.
No, you're not even
And it's
close.
just ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you live, bro.
I know. I went through that. I totally went through
I
the
feel like
whole
we're eye to
thing.
eye on the
Yes.
age. It's just so far apart.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
100%.
Yeah.
But so are you going to tour after? I mean, like, are you planning on staying with?
Yeah. So Key's my brother. All the YSL folks is my family. But I'm doing more like EDM things and EDM festivals and all that. Going into the remainder of the year into early next year. So it's gonna be kind of.
So who's booking that? Is YSL booking that for you? Is Ryan booking that, or you're doing it yourself?
My publicist has a big hand in it. His name's Ryan also.
Oh,
so it's tough to
perfect,
Ryan and
yeah.
Ryan co. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys, my
Like
publicist,
EDC and all the big festivals, that kind of stuff.
All that. My publicist has been the biggest blessing ever, bro.
Is that the one who ended up getting you your verification?
That was my friends at 300.
Oh, really?
They just did it.
It's honestly, that's where you go, the publicist. Because I look at some of these people and I'm like, who are you? You're an Instagram model or makeup person.
And once someone figured out that they could sell it, these kids did anything to make it happen.
Oh, I think we talked that it's like $500 to $1,000. You can just get it.
It's just like, bro, just earn it. Like,
it's dumb.
And, you know, I was digging. I was like doing it. I hit you up multiple times about it. Yo, I need this. Like, I deserve this.
But I was telling you didn't.
Yeah, and I really didn't.
And I don't still think you don't. I don't think anyone does.
No, it doesn't add any validity to the situation. Like, it's not going to better your relationship with somebody else. It just looks good, man. It's like you could have a Gucci backpack or you have a JanSport. You pick.
Yeah. But it was obviously so no one can, there can't be 5 Kendall Jenners out there or whatever. That was basically the reason for it. But
and then it just kind of like bled out into this, like, it turned into what Twitter was.
Yeah.
So it was verified on Twitter. Like, I was one of the first.
Everyone that one's the easiest one.
And then next thing
it's like Facebook. It's
Andrew
like
McLean was doing the verification. And everybody's emailing Andrew.
Yeah.
It's just like boop 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 boop. So it's kind of what it's turning into.
So where do you think social media is going though?
It runs the world.
But do you think that Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff is still running the world?
Yeah, I think the future's in TikTok though.
Are you on the talk?
Dude, I'm not.
The
future is there though.
But why though? What are they doing?
The kids love it, man.
What are they
doing?
doing?
About you or me? You're far older than me, but it doesn't matter, bro. These kids.
There are people older than me that are doing it, like for real, and I don't get it. I 100% don't get it
either. But it's not really up for us to get. Like, if the kids love it, man, that's what it is.
But talk is basically Vine, isn't it? It's the same damn thing, right?
It's the same thing, pretty much. But they don't have Vine. When we had Vine, I was all on Vine.
Yeah.
They didn't have Vine. They don't have Periscope. They have Instagram Live and TikTok. It's the same thing. You remember Periscope?
Yeah, of course. I think I'm still on it.
They still have it? I didn't even know.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, because I get that, those strippers do the paid one or whatever like that, don't they?
You talking about OnlyFans?
Oh, OnlyFans. That's it, yeah. I knew there was something.
The OnlyFans, TikTok, and Periscope.
Yeah, but I've realized that the reason why I started doing this was because it seems like YouTube is kind of coming back around too all of a sudden.
It's huge.
It's totally huge. And I feel that the people who are financing people, basically, like Fit Tea and all the stuff that they used to do on Instagram, they're not doing it anymore because there's no return on their investment. So now they have all these people who are doing, these podcasts, but they're doing the video, and they actually say this episode is sponsored by, and they're actually getting a talking a person, a celebrity, saying it's sponsored by Nike or
Cash App is sponsored.
Cash App, yeah, like Whitney.
Amazing.
Yeah, they
It's
all
an
do that.
Amazing promotional tactic.
And and I think it's great, but I just don't know. The Twitter, I don't think I've been on there. I have Twitter and Instagram, Talk, Facebook, but I don't go on those things every once in a while. The only reason why I go on to Instagram is to see what you're doing and to see what some of my clients are doing. That's basically it. Other than that, I don't care. Because even when I go to that second page where it's what's going on kind of thing, I'm looking at all these 12-year-olds doing these talks and dancing.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all the 12-year-olds. When I was growing up, it was punk rock and early rap, right?
Yep.
And everybody older was like, this isn't it. Like, I don't give a shit about this. But that was what it was, and look what it did. It turned into everything. It's the same thing today for the kids coming in now. What we care about doesn't matter. What they care about is going to shape the future. TikTok, Instagram, that's the next wave. That's for sure the next wave. TikTok is amazing, though, for artists especially. You get a song that pops off on there like K-Camp's Renegade did. It did a lot for him. Those plays count. They add up.
So you're getting credit for those plays.
You get paid for that, yeah, because it all goes through, I think they pick the song through like their database or whatever, but you have to, the ISRC number is still encoded on there. It's a 15-second loop. That play counts.
Yep.
And it's a loop. So it's just like Vine. Vine used to be 15 seconds, but the audio didn't count because they didn't figure out that
How long is
algorithm.
talk? 15? Is it 15
I think
or
it's 15. I don't
30?
know. Whatever it is. The plays count.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. You know, you get people doing these videos, you get 10,000 of them. Each one got 200,000 plays. Like, that's amazing. And it's free promotion. Like, it's just kids really genuinely love their song and being creative with you. It's cool, man.
So where do you think music's going?
That's a tough question. That's so tough. I can't even cast that ballot.
Because
bro.
are you guys, when you're out, are you doing merch, I'm assuming, yeah?
Of course.
So what is he doing? Shirts?
Shirts, pants.
Is he doing CDs? Is he like, I don't
no
know.
CDs.
So how do you get the music? You have to go to,
Online.
So he's not making anything except if they're doing spins on
Yeah.
Spotify and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's why all that stuff matters. I think the future of music is going completely digital. I mean, it already has.
Right.
You know, I think Thug, when he did the Dash Radio pop-up, they printed up like 1,000 So Much Fun CDs. They're just sitting in a closet because no one wants them.
Yeah.
My computer doesn't even play CDs.
Yeah, no, this one doesn't either.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
DVD too, like, because they send you the movies that are being nominated.
Oh, they
so
do
you
that?
can watch that. Oh
I
yeah, they
didn't
still
know
do
that.
that, but they're on DVDs. It's like
I didn't know they did that in general. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah, if you're part of the no, I forget what it is, the Academy Award, whatever Oscars thing.
So you got to put it in your Xbox.
So yeah, that's what I did. I put it in my Xbox, and it's not good. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
This isn't Blu-ray.
Yeah, no. But what about? So where do you think? Like, how do you think in the future people are going to make their money? Like, how do you think in the future you're going to make? Now, you put your music out. Where are you putting it out?
All DSPs.
Okay.
So Apple Music, Spotify, all the general stuff. I think a lot of it's going to turn towards streaming, obviously. I think it's going to get more honed in. I think before, like, the music industry hit a crisis. Or like, how are we going to make money off this? We can't, CDs aren't selling. Like, every time we do a meet and greet, we can't make them buy a CD to meet the art, take a photo, whatever. So they panicked. Well, then they figured out the code. The money was dry. They figured out the code to the DSP profit and all that. And there's more money in the music industry than ever. There's so much money in the music industry right now, from live performance to digital stuff to merchandise. And merchandise is still big. That will never fall out. I think the future in music is going to be more video-based.
Like YouTube or
YouTube, like,
we're going to get MTV back.
Nah. Kids watch TV, though.
I know. Well, they're still making videos, obviously. Yeah. I mean, I know the guys who are making those music videos, but I don't know where they're on YouTube, I'm assuming, right? Or
YouTube,
Vimeo.
Vimeo, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's really the future. Like, if you look at the progression of music videos, like from early, what's that Snoop Dogg Eminem video when they did that Shake That Ass video? How it's like a movie in the strip club with like the silhouette of the woman or whatever. That was like, all those music videos were like early movies, but now it's like really perfected into like a movie.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think eventually we're gonna see like maybe not even Netflix or Hulu or something like that, but a streaming service where
Well, they do Netflix. Someone has where you can do. Maybe it's Amazon. You can go on and get me. Yeah.
yeah,
So
where
you
they
get
have
the
something
music.
like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more broad, you know. But it's gonna come to a point, maybe not in the next 5 years or the next decade, where they reach the next crisis. They'll be like, okay, well, how do we make this? Isn't making us any money. Like, what's the next thing? And it just comes with technology. I can't tell you the fucking future. The next iPhone might be able to fold in 9 ways and give you free music everywhere you're at. I don't fucking know. You know, it's interesting though.
What about sync and licensing though? Like,
Oh,
do you
that's
think?
huge.
Do you think that's? I mean, that's basically where I feel a lot of the music is going right now to sync and licensing to be able to get it on commercials
Video
and
games and all that.
Oh yeah, and the video games thing is taking off crazy.
Huge. Me and my girlfriend argue about that all the time because all I do is play Call of Duty when I'm off the road. She's like, babe, you gotta get on Twitch. Like, you have to do that. These Twitch streamers are making so much money, bro.
That's the one thing. Okay, so I sit down in front of my Twitch and I start playing Call of Duty and I put it live online.
Are you on Twitch?
No, I'm just saying. I'm using hypothetically.
Oh, so you watch Twitch while you're playing? To
No,
make it
what I'm
look like-
trying to figure out is why am I watching you play Call of Duty? That's what I'm trying
It's
to
an
figure out.
addiction, man.
But why can't I just play it myself?
But you can. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a nerd.
You're right.
I'll be watching Twitch while I'm playing Call of Duty.
Well, I don't. That's the thing I don't. So a friend of mine is Troy Baker.
Okay.
He's the voice of everything, basically.
yeah.
Like he's been on. So they will line up for miles to see him, to talk to him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Good for him.
Like he does music too, so he'll do something. I mean, he does more people in that. Like talk about 4,000. Forget about it. I mean, he goes Comic-Con. It's way more than that. Like people are lining up down the street.
Side note, you think they're gonna cancel Comic-Con?
They're canceling South by Southwest.
Yeah, you think Coachella's next? Ultra just did it.
I mean, it just depends on what happens. I mean, South by is the next one, really, right?
Yeah.
And then what's after that. I don't know what the next one is.
A3C or whatever.
Yeah. So
We got to get back to what we were talking about. But seriously, that coronavirus
no,
thing,
well, no, I'm okay with talking about that. I
for
just
sure.
think that
I think he's blown up by the internet. I don't know if it's really that serious.
no one does.
I might sound like an idiot.
No.
When this airs.
Absolutely
or whatever,
not.
But he's a freaking idiot. No, I really don't think it's that serious. Like,
It's just like anything else.
yeah,
It's
remember
just
the
like the
H1N1
flu.
flu?
Yeah, no, it's just like everything, but you have to be able to control it, and they can't.
I don't know, man. I'm really deep into conspiracies and shit like that.
Okay.
I feel like it's a little weird. It just feels weird, man.
If you're in conspiracies, that's one of the minuscule things that are in the world right now that are in
for
conspiracy.
sure. No. But it just feels weird. Like, I just find medical shit so fascinating and weird. Not partly because of what I've been through, but partly because of just the trends you see. You know, you think back like 5 years ago, everyone's getting cancer. You know someone in your remote circle that's got cancer, dying from it, gonna make it out of it. Like, it was so serious. Now you still do. It's a very serious problem, but it's not like you get a call every day, so and so's got
What about AIDS? Magic Johnson, it disappeared. Like there are people
Bro,
in the
so
60s,
wild.
70s, whatever like that, who were passing
so
away.
now it's just
and-
coronavirus.
But the thing is, the only reason why I don't think it's what you think is because a person ate a bat. They know what this coronavirus is.
Yeah, but bro, that culture has been eating stuff like that forever. How is that such a big issue? How did that just come out of nowhere?
But why did they start it there and then bring it over here? Like, why didn't they start it here if it was the
Yeah,
conspiracy?
but like, I don't know, man.
Because that would be a conspiracy if they wanted to do
Right,
it.
but then you think about all the politics and shit dealing with China and tariffs and stuff like that, and it just happened amidst of that. It just seemed so perfect timing.
Everything is perfect
Oh
timing.
my god, everything in life.
Everything is perfect
Dude,
timing.
everything in life. The next phone call will be the most perfect thing ever.
I know. Your phone is listening to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your laptop is watching you.
Dude, it's
like
wild. It's wild. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's unfortunate, but I honestly don't think it's that big of a problem. People just need to wash their hands.
Yeah, and
Stay
again,
clean.
I've been looking at the news, and it seems to be older people,
Yeah.
obviously, like
Weak immune system.
weak immune, or if they're sick,
Yeah.
or and obviously the masks don't do anything. Like people wearing those doesn't make. I mean, it's just like you think of the mask. It's someone out there was like, "This is brilliant. You know how many masks I'm going to sell right now? These are perfect." And then there are doctors going, "They don't do anything. Like stop buying them."
Man, listen, you're on an airplane. You're already in a cesspool.
Oh my God,
infection.
it's a big petri dish when you get into it.
Doesn't matter where you're at, the back or the front.
Yes.
Either way,
Yeah.
like, the only one safe
You're
on that
getting
flight is a pilot.
Yeah, and I would even be like weirded out about that because the pilot that was in that plane before could have had it. It's like, so
was that movie where the monkey got it? Was it Planet of the Apes where the fucking monkey got infected? He gets on the flight, and then the guy is infected on the flight. He starts coughing, and everybody on the flight gets infected. What movie is that?
I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's
that
like
was
a vintage
long time.
movie.
Yeah.
I remember the teacher bringing in the TV on the little sliding cart.
With the
Someone's
VCR?
Someone's too young to
Yeah,
know
you're
that.
so
With the
fucking.
big
How
strap
do you
on
know
it?
this stuff? Where did you grow up that you know that
Bro, I
stuff?
grew up in Minnesota, the suburbs of Minnesota. They didn't have a DVD player until it was time.
That's so crazy. So she rolled it in on that cart with the big TV, like the big box
Bro,
TV.
the fucking TV had the strap like the back of a pickup truck, and you're like, yo, looking back at it, like, yo, this TV is so heavy. That TV's not moving anywhere.
No,
They
I
got it
know what you're
strapped
talking
down.
about, but you're 25 years old.
Yeah.
This is like I did that in the 80s.
Nah, for
like,
sure.
so.
And then when you heard the teacher had that thing come, you could hear it coming down from the hall. It was like a bad cart at Target. You know, like everybody got geeked.
So what else do you think is what else do you think the government's kind of screwing us over on?
Fucking everything, bro.
It's there was a friend of mine who said a while ago she has the Echo, so Alexa or whatever.
I got my mom one. This is probably the same thing.
So she didn't tell anyone that she was pregnant. No one. Mm-hmm. No one knew about it. And then so she obviously her and her husband were talking about it, and she went onto her Facebook and started seeing the ads about pregnancy stuff.
Yo, Alyssa was telling me we talk like all the time, obviously.
Yep.
And she'll go on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and it'll just be an ad for what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And my
Where's
mom,
your phone?
yo, this thing's fucking wild. And I got my mom an Alexa. She loves listening to Fleetwood Mac and the Rolling Stones and all that. I'm like, okay, mom, here you go. Put this in your house. And she fucking hates it because she'll talk into it, or she'll be talking with my dad, and the thing will just light up.
Yeah.
She's like, this thing is listening to me.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this.
100%.
So that thing stays unplugged, which is funny though because she just bought this what would you call it, like a duplex? It's like a condo with like 3 levels or
Like
whatever.
a townhouse kind of thing?
Yeah, with that one attached, not even attached wall. No, there's no attached wall. Not on hers.
Oh, just one by itself?
Yeah. So they sold my childhood home and they got this kind of downsized. They didn't downsize. It's the same fucking size.
Yeah.
And they have speakers in the ceiling all throughout the house, but they're too technology, or they're too what's it called where you're
Technological.
just idiots.
Yeah, right.
I love them, but they're just technological idiots. And they're like, oh, I'm not gonna connect that. We'll play it on Alexa. So they just blast Alexa, but my mom was like, I'm gonna dump water on that bitch. My mom
All you have
hates
to do is
Alexa.
unplug her. It's not much of a big deal.
But no, like they're into everything, man. They're into everything. You remember how maybe back in your day this was big, but remember the dope boy that was selling dope? He would have the flip phone because you couldn't track it on a landline. You could track it on a landline, but not the flip phone. Even into the early 2000s, that became a thing. It's the same thing, bro. Like,
well, I was talking to somebody about weed the other day, and they're like, "Hey, let me text you on your WhatsApp." I'm like, "What's the fucking difference?"
Like, we're in LA, dog. Like, it's not like I'm just mailing you 900 pounds.
I know, right? And I was just because I was trying to get CBD for whatever reason. I don't.
Oh, and he's that corny over CBD.
No, but he was because he has a grow house or something, and and he thinks that the government's watching, but the government's watching it's like I literally went into the place down the street. And they took my ID and like now I'm screwed. Like who cares? Like they know and I walked in there last night to buy more.
Yeah.
And I brought the box because I'm old and I forgot what it is. And they're like, oh, you don't have to bring that in. Like we have it on your thing. So they know exactly what I bought. There was something I read not too long ago where a guy went into a Ralph's and slipped and fell. Like on a wet floor or something, and tried to sue the Ralphs. I was reading this article, and they went through his Ralph's card thing and says, every month you buy a bottle of Jack, you had to be drunk or something, and he lost that.
You know what's crazy, though? We were at Vaughn's. These grocery stores are getting out of hand, bro. I was at Vaughn's a while ago, I don't even know where my wallet is. First of all, that's a problem. Second of all, I went in there to go buy a bottle of Hennessy, right? And I have a Minnesota ID, and they're not firm. They're foldable, completely bendable.
Okay.
You can fold that shit in half, clamp it down. It's not going to break. Anyway, the lady's like, she's like, oh, we can't sell you this. I'm like, why? She's like, you got a fake ID? I said, ma'am, I'm 6'9" and 25 years old. How are you going to tell me I can't buy this bottle of Hennessy? She's like, oh, I'm going to need to take your ID. I said, take my ID? What are you talking about? So she took my ID, gave it to somebody who brought it upstairs as a security office. Like,
To
ran
double
it.
check it, yeah.
Finally, she sold it. But then I went back not that long ago, and this gentleman was trying to buy some liquor. And he was just, like, just moving back and forth, like, in his zone. And the lady's like, sir, you look intoxicated. Are you intoxicated? He said, what? For what? And she said, because if you're intoxicated, I can't sell you this alcohol. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm moving back and forth waiting on your slow ass, and you telling me I'm intoxicated. That's crazy.
I would
bro.
never go to that place.
Bro,
I would just go to
Vons,
Ralph's.
John's, Walgreens, whatever the fuck.
They're all the
it is.
same.
It's all the same, man.
It's crazy.
But the conspiracies are real, I'm telling you.
I believe you. I'm 100% there.
You believe in aliens?
I believe there's something out there.
For sure.
I definitely believe there's something out there. But the thing that pisses me off about that is that in the 80s, there was a bazillion footage about it, right?
Yeah.
When we had like the worst camcorders with the actual VCR tape that went in there and you had to like power it up and plug it in and all that kind of stuff. Like, there was all that stuff. What are you looking for? Did you move?
My fucking jewel. It fell. That's what
Oh,
fell.
okay.
It was bothering me. I was like, oh, it fell.
But now we have the best technology in the world and we haven't seen them since. So why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. I think it's so real. Do you think they've influenced time?
I think there's no way that the people back in the pyramids day built that shit by themselves.
My friend Quinn just went to the pyramids. I said, what do you think about them? He's like, bro, there's no fucking way 900 motherfuckers dragged a stone in place to make that shit. There's no way.
Or what's the Stonehenge,
Bro,
or any of those
there's
things?
no way.
Yeah, so huge.
There's
I mean,
no way.
they try to, you know,
Make simulators and
yeah,
shit like that.
and try to
Bro,
do
there's
things
no
that they could show how things were done or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that they did back then that, you know, we're lazy now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we wake up in the morning, we want our breakfast, but
Yeah,
these
but
guys
like-
used to walk and go out and try to find their
Bro.
breakfast.
With a bow and arrow,
Yeah.
come back, write it on the wall.
Yeah.
And you think they're going to make a perfect laser cut stone. Like,
Yeah,
no fucking
They're
way.
too straight. So yeah, I do believe on that.
Have you seen the Nazca lines? You should look it up. It's insane. So in Peru, where the epicenter of fucking weird shit,
Okay.
they have this like mountaintop. It's like a literal mountain, right? And this is part of the Nazca lines, I believe. And the top of the mountain is like flat. It looks like a runway. And surrounding it are these like big
There's pictures of it?
yeah, look
What's
up
it
the Nazca
called?
line. Nazca lines.
Spell it N-A.
Nazca, I think.
Nazca lines.
One of them is crazy, bro. It's like this spider, and I think, oh, there it is. Yeah, right here, bro.
This one?
Yeah, crazy. And this is like the spider's dick, right? But you can only see it under microscope. Like this is a small spider. Like they couldn't see. It's like a microscopic spider. And
Oh,
then
this
big
is
as
not
fuck.
like a drone picture or anything like that.
This is like from space, dog.
Oh.
You can see that shit from space.
So what is all this?
It's just like a carving in the ground.
Oh.
Fucking
Okay.
weird. But then they have this one of the bird and this one of the bird and like all
And
this
these are
fucking
all in
weird
one
shit.
spot.
Yeah, it's like surrounding this mountain. You could look up flat mountaintop Peru. I love your icon also. The Daffy Duck. So fitting.
Wait, we'll get wait.
Flat mountain.
Why am I fucking I don't know how to spell.
It's all good. Autocorrect saves lives.
Mountain, hold on. Fuck me.
Flat moon. Another one.
Yeah, right. Flat earthers. Mountain top
Peru.
Peru.
Yeah, right here.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, this one or this one. It's like all the same angle. Yo, that's fucking wild, right? And on this
So what,
mountain,
you think it's like a runway or
well,
something?
on the mountain, they found like a small golden airplane toy. It's like solid gold, an airplane. Tell me
Like
that's just
small, like this small, or
You
like
can
some...
look it up too, like small gold airplane Peru. I'm about to have you doing all the Google
I know,
search.
right?
We're going so deep right now.
Yeah, right? Well, trust me. Yeah, are you in the dark web at all, like Tor or any of that stuff?
No.
Really?
I'm kind of scared of it.
All right. Small, what is it? Small?
Small gold airplane,
Gold.
Peru. I'm telling you, everything's Peru. That fucking
This
thing,
one right
bro.
here?
Try and tell me that's not an airplane, bro. You can't even get that fucked up with a fucking bird.
But
It's got a tail wing.
But what's the size of it, though?
It's small. It's
Oh,
probably
it's like
smaller
a
than
toy,
the
you mean?
puff.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's wild, right?
I don't know. Could be a brooch or something. Or...
Bro, you're fucking tripping. That and they can't find the rubble of the mountain. It's just like gone.
This thing that's on here is called DuckDuckGo.
What's that?
It's so I can do this kind of searches, and the government doesn't know what I'm searching.
Fuck them.
So when I'm searching stuff like this, it doesn't come up in my feed. So I don't use Google or any of that stuff. So that's this. But
It's a browser.
It's a browser.
Oh, okay.
But Tor is an even better browser.
So you just buy like drugs and shit like that on it?
You can buy drugs anywhere. I don't even know like that.
I don't
doesn't
do
even-
drugs, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But like,
You don't smoke at all?
dude,
You hang out with all those people and you don't smoke at
it's
all?
so tough.
That's
Like
blows
I go
my
through
mind.
these like weird phases. Like when I was like obviously as a youth, like I smoked a ton of weed.
Yep.
From the time I was like 15, I was smoking so much. It wasn't that young, but I was smoking so much weed. I used to smoke. I used to have this studio in Minneapolis. Me and my old friend, we used to have this huge studio complex that we would rent out, and we were the only ones in there. And we would just go buy a pound of weed, go to Pizza Luce, get a barbecue chicken pizza, go to the studio, make beats, and smoke that whole pound of weed in 3 days.
Okay.
Joints, just back to back. I remember my birthday, I smoked 25 joints in like 6 hours. It was like ridiculous. And then it started to make me weird. Like I just got paranoid and
When you smoked? Or-
yeah. And just
I mean, that's why I didn't ever smoke, was because it made me paranoid.
Yeah,
Plus, it's
and
not really good for your lungs anyway.
man,
so
nothing is good.
Not
This
that
isn't good for your
that's the
lungs.
worst thing in the world.
Cigarettes
I know.
aren't good for your lungs.
Yeah, but that's better. I watched Dr. Drew recently, and he said that that's a bazillion times better than cigarettes. Obviously,
puff?
yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying to kick that shit though. I was on Juul, and then Ryan. I had like 10 Juuls. Every time I see him, he'd like throw that shit away. So I'd be throwing these Juuls into a lake, into a wood, you know. And then I just need something, man, because I don't like smoking weed. I don't want to be high.
Right.
But I like the nicotine buzz that you get.
So when you go on, when you're out on the road, do you drink?
I drink Hennessy every night.
Oh, okay. So
So
that's
I'm
like
not an
your,
alcoholic. Like when I'm off the road, I barely drink.
So that's your vice basically
Hennessy,
is
that's it.
drinking,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you don't smoke or see I don't
I mean, I'm
smoke
starting
either.
to get back into it.
Well, the only reason why the CBD is supposed to be really, really good
Yeah.
for you, so that's why I did it. And I just take
Yeah.
a drop or two at night before I go
I
to
used
bed.
to do it when I came back. When I was sick, I came back and I was staying with Alyssa, and I was doing like 8 drops of pure CBD oil in my water to just like stop my migraines. It really helped me like so much.
Yeah.
I just started getting back into smoking weed. It's like a slow process for me.
I'm not pushing you back into it.
Well, dude, I feel pressured, bro.
Don't be.
No, I don't feel
I'm
pressured.
so to use a better word, proud of you that you're actually out on the road with these guys.
It's tough,
And you
man.
don't, because I'm
Yeah.
sure that crap is everywhere.
It's not just weed. It's like Percocets, like Vicodins, Oxycontin. Not to say that my close friends be doing it, but it's around. Like
Right.
we're talking about rap.
But do you have an addictive personality, you think? Or
100%. That's
So
the only
you
reason
think-
why I smoke this.
But do you, when you wake up in the morning, you need that?
I don't need it.
Okay,
But
so
I
then-
wake up in a fog. I smoke it. I'm out of it.
Right, but it's kind of like cigarettes. When I used to smoke cigarettes, well, the first thing in the morning was not a cigarette. I didn't need a
No.
cigarette, so that's why I knew I was never a real smoker.
I could
just did
quit it if I wanted to. It's just convenient.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm on the road and I'm busy, like I appreciate this at the end of the night. But you know the things about these, man, is it fucks up your respiratory system.
Well, yeah.
I find myself so short of breath all the time. And like
Anything you put down your lungs,
going for sure.
walking outside in Los Angeles, California
Couldn't
is
do it
bad
to
for
you.
your lungs.
That's what I'm saying.
so-
Like that's why I do it, because it's like fuck it, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man, after what you've been through, what I've been through, like with medical history and shit
Yeah.
like that, man, it's just a blessing to be alive. I don't really look at all that other shit. I think, and I don't look down on people who do drugs either. I don't look down on that. I look down on it when it's like really fucking your life over.
Right. When it's affecting stuff that you want to do.
Yeah,
Creativity
I think,
or
like, you want to
just
try it, like go do that shit, bro. Like live your life. You know what I mean? I speaking of that, I really want to try mushrooms. Do you have a mushroom story?
I don't have a mushroom story, but they do have this thing that's called dosing.
Yeah, microdosing.
Right. Is it microdosing?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm also into megadosing, which is something totally different.
Yeah.
And I swear by this.
Yeah.
I swear
Micro
by this.
or macro?
Mega.
Ma-
Why? Listen to me.
Full throttle dosing?
People. So especially with the coronavirus, but on top of that, just the colds that go around and and people just wanting to touch you and put that kind of stuff. And plus, I go to Disneyland a lot, so that's like a huge petri dish.
Yeah,
anyways,
oh my God, all those kids.
So if I feel a sore throat at all, just minuscule, or if I feel like I'm coming down with something, I will take. You know what emergency is, right?
Yeah, of course. I stay with those.
8 packs of them. 8 of them.
And you down in one shot?
One shot. And I usually use I usually bottle water.
Yeah.
Like a 24-ounce like smart water or something.
Yeah.
Take some out of it so there's some and put them all in there and pound the crap out of that whole thing. You don't have to do it right then and there.
No.
But just do it like within the hour.
When it comes to medication, I'm totally on the full throttle dosage.
Yeah.
Like I'm the worst. I get a migraine, I'm in a rush. I almost overdosed on Advil, bro. I was so like, where we were in Ohio. Yeah, nobody's heard this story. It's so funny. So like I got the new MacBook, the Touch Bar, and it didn't work with the CDJs at the time because the OS was too advanced for the CDJ, and they couldn't figure out a way to make it work.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, bro. Like I missed my set at this crazy pool party. Like it's an outdoor festival type thing where they camp for 3 days. Machine Gun Kelly's festival. Okay. Amazing. So I'm like, fuck, I missed my shot. So it's like in the middle of nowhere. We're driving 45 minutes, me and Ryan, back and forth to Walmart to get fucking cords and hard drives and all this shit. And all of a sudden I get this crazy migraine. Like so bad, bro. Like I don't think people really experience the migraines that I experience sometimes. It's so bad. And it's like, I can't even explain it because it just gets graphic on how to compare the pain. But I'm like, yo, Ryan, I need Advil right now. So Ryan gets me Advil, and I was in so much pain, I just cracked the top, dumped it in my mouth, swallowed all of it.
The whole bottle?
Like 9 pills.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know. They're gonna clip this, and they're gonna be like, he's a junkie. Like, fuck y'all, I'm not a junkie.
That's what I'm gonna use as the promo for
Yeah,
it.
fuck out of here. DJ Side Reel talks about overdosing on Advils. Nah, but... So I took it, and I started to get so nauseated and lethargic and, like, just weird, bro. And I've been out in the sun all day, too. So, mind you, I'm just at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Thinking I'm coming back up, all-time low. So I had to sit in the AC in the car for, like, 3 hours. Terrible. Alyssa came over to me like, bro, you fucking idiot. Why did you take...
Why did you?
You're lucky I love you, man. And Ryan just left my ass. He like, I ain't dealing with this shit.
Give me your shout outs for all your social media crap.
At DJ Side Reel SIDEREAL on everything.
Everything.
It's just that, period.
Even the talk? No TikTok yet?
I mean, I got it. I'm verified. I got like 30 followers on there.
Yeah, I don't even think I have that. I just opened it because I didn't want anybody to take mine.
Yeah, no.
And then, and music is all
the same. All the same. New song, I See Ghost, March 13th. And I'm going to play it on here.
I don't know if I'll
get airdrop it to you.
Yeah, I can probably play it, but I don't know if I'll get tagged on. I don't know the YouTube stuff yet. Like, because it'll be played on YouTube. This video will be played.
You just have to put my song and shit in the thing.
Well, I'll put all that links down to all your shit underneath it anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't experienced any of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just noticed that people sometimes when they play music
then we'll
do
do it
this,
off camera. I'm not gonna risk
Yeah, no, we can do it. Yeah, that's fine.
I need to play some shit.
All right, DJ Side Reel. Thank you very much. Fuck,
All
man,
love,
50
man.
minutes. That's
it?
good.
Oh,
yeah.
I was ready for 50 more, dog. We gotta do this again.
Oh, I'll totally do that. We can do a whole show on like Twin Towers and like all that kind of stuff like that.
That's so deep, bro. That's so deep.
I'm all right speaking about that. I mean,
I don't know if that's conspiracy, bro. I don't know if that. Well,
did you watch all the videos on Netflix?
It's just so okay. Just to close this out, it's so hard for me to say that it's conspiracy, knowing just being close to people who have lost a lot of loved ones in that situation.
Yep.
Like, I personally think that I would offend a lot of close people to me by saying that it was a conspiracy. Like Mike Moran, the guy that spoke at the Twin Towers fucking thing, who told Osama bin Laden to kiss his ass, is like my uncle. So I can't say that it's a conspiracy. I understand the points on it, I'm just not brave enough to go that deep
Yeah.
and insult my family. But I totally get the point. And if it's fact, then
I
it's
see
fact.
both sides. That's all.
But
I
I'm
have
just
to
going to
say,
turn a blind eye to that shit for now.
We don't want any of this online going
No.
a little too, especially where you're going.
But the next episode, we'll get into all that shit.
Okay.
And if the
I would do a
coronavirus-
whole episode with you about conspiracy
Yo,
theories.
I'm so deep.
100%.
We've seen every episode of Ancient Aliens. Like, that's my shit.
Oh, okay. I have that on usually in the background or whatever.
Guess where I found
Yeah.
this?
That's crazy.
No, that shit's
What do you what are you watching TV? You're on the road, so what are you watching TV wise? Are
a
you
lot of
watching
Netflix.
What are you watching on
Hulu.
Netflix?
What's that series we just watched, babe? With the moms. Oh yeah, so I'm into
Oh, Good
like
Girls.
the corny like
yeah.
soft series.
Did you watch Peaky Blinders?
No.
Do you have Amazon?
Yeah.
Did you watch Carnival Row?
No.
You gotta watch those. I just
First
watched
48. That's my shit.
Yeah, no, I watched that one.
Classic.
And this thing is, it's like I've seen a lot of them. You know what I mean? So they keep
I've seen like
playing
all
them.
of them. Yeah. For sure.
And then there's a new one on Netflix with the race car, the Formula One.
I don't fuck with that shit.
Oh my god, the first season was so good.
It's
that
like
the second
watching
season.
paint dry, bro. A
No.
left turn. Oh, another left turn.
No, it's
Oh,
not
here
like
he
that
comes
at
around
all.
The third
I
left turn.
swear, just watch the first
like
episode.
Jeff Gordon fucking retired, dog.
No, the cameras are in the cars.
Oh, really?
In the cars, like watching the guy in front of you, behind the
But how
whole
much
thing.
can he really do? He's like strapped in.
But then they
Would you
come
watch him
up
hit
and
the
they're trying to
nitrous?
get in and stuff. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, just watch one episode. Don't watch Don't watch one that just came out. Watch the first season if you're gonna watch anything,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't want to ruin it for
Okay,
you.
okay.
But I'm telling you, just watch it. I guarantee you'll be sitting up going, "Whoa, wait!" Like
Yeah.
you're totally into
What's
that.
the other series we were watching? I gotta go back to my girlfriend. She knows all that shit. I don't know. We watch a lot of different shit.
So Netflix, obviously.
Netflix,
and
Hulu, Amazon, all that good shit.
Any TV stuff like
Live PD.
you watch a lot of weird
Dude, on this
stuff.
last tour, I did like a HBCU tour, the Historically Black College University. It
Yep.
was like a radio run, which is so dope during Black History Month. It was really dope. But we had like 3 or 4 days off in between. It was like a little 10-day run. So we'd just be in the hotel watching Live PD and Cops all day. So I've seen every episode of Live
I
PD.
liked Live PD at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Then you notice when the guy's pulling up there and we're talking and there's a camera over there, there's so much more, whether they're a bad guy or a good guy,
yeah.
they're so much more respectable.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to run because you're
Yeah.
on camera and stuff. The one that I like is the one with the PD
body
cam,
cam.
the body
Yeah.
cam.
Gets a little more hairy.
Yes. Because they don't know that they're being videotaped and there's not like a camera crew behind me with a microphone and all that
But
stuff.
that's why First 48's really dope.
Yeah.
You don't see the crime, but you get the hairiest
But the
situations.
48 sometimes can have the thing I hate about 48 is when you're watching the beginning and the person is in the confession room or whatever,
Yeah.
if they're not blurred out,
you know
they're
exactly who it
guilty.
is. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what it's like. You didn't blur
Yeah.
them out, or if they're showing pictures on the
Yeah,
screen
for
or something
sure.
like that, if they're not blurred out, they're guilty. It's like you ruined it.
But like that's, and then the other thing you notice is the tactics that they get to weasel the information out of these
Yeah.
people, and then it's also kind of like cringeworthy because you also realize that someone could really get away with this, knowing on how they move on all the evidence and
Yep.
stuff like that. I don't know, man.
We'll
TV's
have to
fucking
do
crazy.
100%. We're gonna have to do
We need another
episode.
hour.
When do
hour
you? Oh,
thing.
so I had till July basically to have you come back and
Yeah,
do this kind of
you
stuff.
do,
And
you
so,
do.
are you playing anywhere in town or anything? Or
I'm not doing anything in town really. No
You're just
residencies. Just
studio.
making music every day. Every day. We're like 90 songs done this year alone. Brand new joints from hip hop to EDM to like pop. I'm really trying to incorporate everything into the new creation, because a lot of people get that messed up with me. Is they're like, okay, well, you DJ for the biggest rap group right now in America, aside from OVO and many other things, but really it's at the top right now. We're talking about 1 billion streams for So Much Fun from Thug.
Mm-hmm.
But like my passion musically is in every genre. Like when I grew up, I was listening to everything from old electronic to classic rock to rap music. So I feel like it's a disservice to myself to really make one thing. Like why do I got to put out only rap music? Why can't I just do everything and have fun with this shit and really just give everybody
But
something
you've
great
always
everywhere.
kind of been an open format kind of a DJ, really.
Oh,
anyways.
every time, man.
So,
I'll play a grunge rock song at the rap show, and the kids love it.
Yeah.
That's the last touch up on music I'm going to say is that these kids love everything. People need to be fearless. Like, you can't be so boxed in. A box isn't something someone puts over you. It's in your own head.
Yep.
You don't got to just make this one single vibe to be great. You just make whatever you want. People recognize greatness. They're going to latch onto it.
I'm going to end it with that because that was probably the best thing